August 31st, 1997. Princess Diana dies in Paris. Within weeks, 5 people connected to her death disappeared. One was found dead in mysterious circumstances. One vanished and was never seen again. One went into hiding and refuses to speak. One fled the country in fear. One was silenced permanently. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe there were people who knew too much about what really happened that night in Paris. Today, we're investigating the 5 people who disappeared after Princess Diana's death. Some call it conspiracy theory, others call it a cover-up. By the end of this video, you'll decide for yourself. Let's begin. James Andanson, the paparazzo found dead in a burned car. James Andanson was a French paparazzo photographer. He was one of the photographers chasing Princess Diana on the night she died. On August 31st, 1997, Andanson told police he was in the south of France, nowhere near Paris. He had an alibi. But witnesses claimed they saw Andanson's white Fiat Uno near the Alma Tunnel around the time of the crash. Diana's Mercedes may have collided with a white Fiat before crashing. French police questioned Andanson multiple times. He denied being in Paris. He denied everything. Then on May 4, 2000, 3 years after Diana's death, James Andanson was found dead. His body was discovered in a burned-out BMW in the French countryside. The car was locked from the inside. The body was so badly burned, it was barely recognizable. French police ruled it suicide. Andanson allegedly doused himself in gasoline and set himself on fire inside a locked car. His family said that's impossible. Andanson wasn't suicidal. He had no reason to kill himself, and burning yourself alive in a locked car is an incredibly unusual method of suicide. Some investigators believe Andanson was silenced because he knew something about Diana's crash. Maybe he was there that night. Maybe his white Fiat was involved. Maybe he saw something he shouldn't have. 3 years after Diana died, James Andanson mysteriously burned to death. Suicide or murder disguised as suicide?
Henri Paul's secret contacts, people who knew his past. Henri Paul was the Ritz Hotel security chief who drove the Mercedes that crashed, killing Diana, Dodi, and himself. After his death, French investigators discovered Henri Paul had secret bank accounts with large, unexplained deposits totaling over $200,000. He also had mysterious contacts with intelligence services. Phone records showed calls to people connected to French intelligence and possibly MI6. The question became, was Henri Paul on someone's payroll? Was he working for intelligence agencies? Was the crash not an accident, but an operation? Several people who knew about Henri Paul's secret life went missing or silent after Diana's death.
The witness who saw the white Fiat vanished. In the immediate aftermath of Diana's crash, several witnesses reported seeing a white Fiat Uno near the Alma Tunnel acting suspiciously before the crash. Paint from a white Fiat was found on Diana's Mercedes. Forensic evidence proved contact between the two vehicles. French police launched a massive search for this white Fiat. They tested hundreds of cars. They investigated dozens of Fiat owners. One key witness, a man who claimed he saw the white Fiat swerve in front of Diana's Mercedes just before the crash, gave a statement to police. Then he disappeared. French police lost contact with him. His name was never released publicly. His testimony was never followed up. He vanished from the investigation. To this day, nobody knows who this witness was or where he went. He saw something crucial that night, and then he was gone. The white Fiat was never officially found. The witness who saw it vanished. Convenient.
Diana's driver's bodyguard fled to Fiji and refuses to speak. Trevor Rees Jones was Dodi's bodyguard. He was the only survivor of the crash that killed Diana, Dodi, and Henri Paul. He suffered massive facial injuries and claimed to have no memory of the crash itself due to amnesia from head trauma. But here's what's strange. In the years after the crash, Rees Jones became increasingly paranoid. He gave limited testimony to French investigators. He cooperated with the British inquest, but he always maintained he remembered nothing. Then, around 2008, Trevor Rees Jones moved to Fiji, one of the most remote locations on Earth. He lives there in relative isolation and refuses to give interviews about Diana's death. Why would the only survivor of Princess Diana's crash flee to the other side of the world and refuse to talk? Some believe his amnesia story is a lie, that he does remember what happened, and what he remembers is so dangerous he can't speak about it. Others believe he's been threatened into silence, that he knows the truth about whether the crash was an accident or something more sinister, and his life depends on staying quiet. Trevor Rees Jones survived, then he disappeared to Fiji, and he's not talking.
The Ritz Hotel employee who heard the plan never found. In the days following Diana's death, rumors circulated that a Ritz Hotel employee had overheard a conversation about the plan to move Diana and Dodi from the hotel through the back entrance. This employee allegedly heard Henri Paul and other security personnel discussing the route they would take to avoid paparazzi. If this employee existed, they would be a crucial witness, someone who could confirm whether Henri Paul was sober, he was later found to have high blood alcohol, whether the plan was made hastily or carefully, and whether anyone else was involved in planning the route. French police claimed they interviewed all relevant Ritz employees, but several journalists and investigators have stated that at least one employee who was on duty that night was never officially questioned and disappeared shortly after Diana's death. Attempts to locate this person have failed. The Ritz Hotel has never confirmed or denied whether an employee went missing. If someone at the Ritz heard the plan being made that night, and if that plan was suspicious in any way, that person would be a dangerous witness. And dangerous witnesses have a way of disappearing.
Too many coincidences. Let's review what we know. James Andanson, paparazzo possibly near the crash scene, found burned to death in locked car 3 years later, rolled suicide. Henri Paul's contacts, people who knew about his secret money and intelligence connections, multiple people went silent, fled or died. The white Fiat witness, key eyewitness who saw the suspicious car, vanished from investigation entirely. Trevor Rees Jones, only survivor, fled to Fiji, refuses to speak, claims amnesia. Ritz Hotel employee, allegedly overheard the plan that night, never found, possibly doesn't exist, or possibly disappeared. 5 people, all connected to Diana's death, all disappeared in some way. Is this coincidence? Or is this what a cover-up looks like?
The questions that remain. Why would a paparazzo kill himself 3 years after Diana's death by burning alive in a locked car? Why did everyone who knew about Henri Paul's secret money and intelligence connections go silent? Why did the witness who saw the white Fiat vanish? Why did the only survivor flee to Fiji and refuse to speak for 27 years? Why has no one ever found the Ritz employee who allegedly heard the plan? These aren't easy questions, and they don't have easy answers, but they form a pattern of people who knew something or might have known something about Diana's death disappearing.
The official explanations, French authorities say James Andanson's death was suicide despite his family's protests. Henri Paul's contacts were routine and insignificant. The white Fiat witness was thoroughly investigated and cleared. Trevor Rees Jones has legitimate amnesia from head trauma. There is no missing Ritz Hotel employee. The British authorities conducted a £10 million inquest from 2007 to 2008 and concluded Diana's death was an unlawful killing due to gross negligence by Henri Paul and the paparazzi. No conspiracy, no cover-up, just a tragic accident caused by a drunk driver and aggressive photographers. That's the official story, but 5 disappeared people suggest there might be more to it.
Princess Diana died on August 31st, 1997. In the months and years that followed, 5 people connected to her death disappeared. 1 found burned alive in a locked car, 1's contacts vanished or died, 1 gave a statement and was never seen again, 1 fled to the other side of the world and won't speak, 1 may have never existed or may have been erased from records entirely. Are these coincidences? Maybe. Is this a cover-up? We don't know. But we do know this: when people who might have answers to uncomfortable questions disappear, it raises even more uncomfortable questions. 27 years later, the truth about Princess Diana's death remains disputed. The official story is an accident. The alternative theory suggests something darker. 5 disappeared people don't prove a conspiracy, but they sure as hell suggest one. What do you think happened? Accident or cover-up? Let me know in the comments.